So you're trying to find out how to make smooth animations inside of Adobe Premiere Pro, and no matter how hard you look, you cannot find the right tutorial unless you actually have and you're just watching this video just because you like me. And if that's the case, well then, I appreciate you, dog. You're a real one, for real. But anyways, today I'm gonna share with you guys the exact process on how to actually create smooth animations. And if you watch this video, you could genuinely just recreate my entire takeover preset pack, or at least not all of it, but like the animations part of it for yourself. So that's actually a huge W. I'm not at all gatekeeping, but you are gonna have to put it in the work if you want, you know, to have a editing pack like I do, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and get straight into Adobe Premiere Pro. So I'm going to show you guys kind of this text example. So that's just sort of text coming in just like that. And I think it looks really good. So we're going to go ahead and recreate that. So first things first, let me actually just go over here into like some empty space. So that way we could really see what we're working with. And actually, instead of some text, let's go ahead and just import an icon or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to import the takeover star, which is like, if you guys don't know me, this is my brand, the takeover. This is the logo, pretty fire. So I'm gonna go ahead and nest this just because I changed the sizing of it a little bit, and that's just kind of how it be, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go over here to the transform effect inside of the effects, and we're gonna go ahead and just drag and drop it onto our layer. Just like that, you have the transform tools, and this is really where all of your animation sort of effects come in handy. First things first, I'm just gonna show you guys how to make like a slide. It starts from the left and it's gonna slide into the screen and then it's gonna slide out. So I'm gonna show you guys how to actually do that. But real quick, I'm gonna show what it's gonna look like. So I'm just gonna go to my preset pack. We're just gonna do, where is it, in slide in right and slide out right, just like that. Drag and drop it. So it's gonna look something like this. Slides in and then it'll slide out just like that. Fire. So we're gonna show you guys how to do that exactly. Okay, so using your transform tool right here, let's go ahead and make the slide in sort of animation. So because you're doing a slide in, you want to change the position. This is the X value, so left and right, and the Y value is up and down. The way I remember X and Y, so X is kind of slanted, meaning it goes sideways. Y is like sticks straight up and then it goes like that. But like straight up, Y, you know, X just makes sense. Slanted X, Y is straight up. I don't know. Weird little trick of mine. Let's go ahead and change the original keyframe by hitting the toggle animation and just drag this over here towards like the middle. And then we're gonna go ahead and just drag this out like so to where it's out of the frame. And now it's out of frame. We're gonna go ahead, select both of these, right click, temporal interpolation, Bezier. And then this is where the real sauce is. If you just play through, like it just looks very bad. But one thing we could do to sauce it up after doing that is uncheck this right here, the shutter speed, and then just turn this all the way up so we actually have some motion blur. But as you can see, like it just still looks very linear, or just like stiff. Linear is pretty much stiff. But anyways, select the first keyframe, go over here to this like little caret icon or check mark, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm gonna actually just slide this left keyframe over like so. And as you can see, that's creating like a little bit of a ramp like that. So we're gonna go ahead and just show you what that did. Now, it really didn't do too much. So we're actually gonna drag this down. Now, one of the things you wanna do is when it comes down like this, you want it to like really match sort of like this point right here. Otherwise, it's gonna be a little bit jarring at the end. So let's go ahead and just play this. That's getting there, and that actually looks really good. Like I would actually probably save that as a preset, but you could also adjust this left side keyframe, and like if you want it to be faster, more intense, you could do that as well. So it's like that. Let's go ahead and just save that as a preset. So right click, save preset, and then you just do whatever, yada yada, and then you hit OK, and then it'll pop up in the effects tab over here, which is pretty saucy, and that's exactly how I created all of these presets for my entire preset pack, but just some with different effects, etc. So go ahead, check out my editing packs on my website. Self-plug, I know, sorry. Gotta pay the bills, gotta eat some food, you know what I mean? I'm skinny boy. Pay for my Chipotle, please, bro, pay for my Chipotle. Okay, enough jokes. So now that we have a slide in to the right, let's go ahead and have it slide out. So I'm actually gonna drag and drop another transform tool, simply because when you make these animations, keeping the movement separate is just so much better and it looks so much cleaner in the end result. And it actually kind of gives you a little bit more control. So that's why I'm going to do that. Same exact thing, but instead, because it's going out, you want the first keyframe to be the original location. I'm just going to disable the first one. So you just want to keep it the same. And then you want to add another another keyframe by just simply moving this over here out of frame like that. And then as you guys can see, first keyframe is still normal and then it goes out. So that's kind of how keyframing works. So same exact process, right click, temporal interpolation, wrong one, Bezier. And then we're just gonna follow the velocity or go to the velocity. And then we're actually just gonna go ahead, bring it over this side like so. And we're just gonna have it kind of come up like this, and you'll see how this looks. Oh, we also got to do the shutter speed. Okay, that looks really bad, and I believe it's because I went the wrong way. Let's see. Oh, yes, I did. So we got to do it like this way. Okay, maybe that's too harsh. We're just gonna bring this over and just really play around with it. We might even have to make like this type of shape. That doesn't look bad. Maybe we create something a little bit stronger or faster. So we pull it in like that, make more of a, oh, there we go. That actually looks pretty good. Okay, sick. So that's how you do it. You guys could really just go ahead and use these same principles for up and down, left and right, or just in any other direction. That's pretty fire. So yeah, that's how you master literally smooth animations. Now I've seen another editing breakdown from another YouTuber and editor. I forgot his name. It starts with an M, but he does a whole 2-hour course on editing, and I would be wrong to gatekeep that because that is probably the best tutorial I've ever seen on animations. So go ahead and check that out. It will be actually in the top link in the description. Genuinely, because I believe every single editor should watch it. So go ahead, check it out. And by no means am I affiliated with this guy at all. I just really respect his work. And I want you guys to actually learn as much as you can. So might not be in my best interest to share with you guys other info, but I am anyways. It is what it is. With that being said, remember guys, take action, take over. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.